happy summer. No, it's not summer solstice. I'm ready for summer. I think we all are about now. Winter solstice, which is the countdown for summer. This is Heidi with Downtown NorCal, and we're coming to you live with Raspy. Beasley might make an appearance. He's off camera right now. And Peter might weigh in a little bit here and there, my cameraman. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking water tonight because sometimes when you get through the holiday season and you find yourself in a sweatshirt on a Saturday night, you're just kind of done. And I want to say to those of you who are choosing not to drink for whatever reason, it's okay. And if you do choose to drink anything, make sure it's purchased at a local independent market, or if you're purchasing wine, that it's made by an independent producer, not a corporate wine. So that's my spiel on that. So cheers with water. I mentioned I'm wearing a sweatshirt and some just really easy little kicks from Sweet Asylum in Capitola Village. Got this a year ago or so. And I am doing it because I just want to check in with all of you. There's been such a rush because of that shorter gap between Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and all of it. And so, I think a lot of us are feeling the pressure and the stress. And I know that in my own life, there have been a lot of people who've had illnesses and tragedies in hometowns and such. And so I just think it's time to really unplug and slow it down. And so if you're still working, and I know many are, on your shopping list, I get it. It came up quickly, and this is why I recommend shopping all year round, but it's too late to talk about that now. So what do you do? So if you want to go out, I really do recommend always the small business, because you're not going to have an extensive trip through a mall. You're not going to be worried about whether a package arrives on time. And in a small business, you're going to be limited by what your selection is, and it's a good thing to be limited. They have fine quality, interesting, unique products as opposed to mass-produced junk that's going to end up in landfill. So check it out. You just go with an open mind and think about things that the people on your list actually need. And so I don't mean go and buy them, something sort of simple and basic. I mean, for example, everyone needs an umbrella. And so rather than, just rely on there's Beasley. Hi, Beasley. Rather than just rely on a simple black umbrella, why not go wild and get something that's really beautiful, like this little number that I got at a boutique a few years ago. I got this in Canada, of all places, on a vacation. And, these are the kinds of things that, who knew I was going to come home with an umbrella, but it was special, and I just said, I've got to have that. Water bottles. Everyone's needing water bottles. And this one I really love because it's glass on the inside. The water tastes as pure as it can. It doesn't taste like aluminum or, any of the giveaway kinds of water bottles we have. And then this little foam sleeve that slips off so that you can wash it and protect the glass from shattering is nice. Anyway, just take a water bottle up a notch. You don't have to go wild and spend a lot of money, but just buy personal things that are already basic needs. And why is this so important? Well, especially this time of year, at this late date, we get desperate. And what do we do when we get desperate? We make thoughtless decisions. So, even if you have no time to go into the stores, this is the time where you say, you know what, I'm going to do a gift certificate. There's nothing more beautiful than a white envelope right now. So know your recipients' favorite boutiques, favorite stores, favorite things to do. Maybe they're an avid biker, go to a nice local bike shop. They like going to the spa, go to the local spa. Gift certificates, that's the thing to do right now. And the reason I bring this up, because it's so important, if you look at my website this week, I just posted an article from Vogue that talks about how 80% of our apparel, and we buy a lot of apparel at this time of year. People end up being really persuaded by that sweater for $19.99 and thinking, oh, I've got it covered for mom or whomever. But it's not smart, because that's the first thing that's going in the landfill. There's a reason it's $19.99 and they want to get it out the door. So don't contribute to that problem. But the article is actually a pretty deep article, so I hope you'll read it. But the concept is that the 20s will actually be about, the 2020s will be about when we transition fashion from just creating more and more textiles to really truly recycling it. And so instead of 99% of our footwear ending up in a landfill, I said 99%, and that's what they're talking about in this article. You know, because especially footwear ends up in a landfill because, you know, things wear down, and, you know, if it's leather, it gets, you know, funky, and, you know, shoes start to smell, and so people just toss their shoes. They don't even try to donate them, and it doesn't go down any kind of, you know, line to the landfill. It just goes directly in. And so what they're talking about is really bringing this down to an original form and creating something new out of it. And so this is the time to think about it. So again, instead of being persuaded by that last minute quick item where you can get 2 for 1 of something and you're just making an easy decision rather than a thoughtful one, go ahead and just relent and say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm doing the gift card thing. Believe me, people will appreciate it. And especially if you're doing that for a small business. Now, speaking of small businesses, I was out today and I was checking out what's going on, and I'm seeing some really beautiful sales, 50% off of Christmas items that are really not trendy. You know, these things are recycled year after year after year. Beautiful pillows, and didn't we see a lot of fun stuff, darling? We were out.
We did.
Quite a bit. Really beautiful things. And so if you want to get yourself set up for next Christmas, this is a good time to buy it. As well, this is a great time to go shopping for those things in your wardrobe that are core. I mentioned this back in the summer turning to fall, and this is the time to get ready. The stores are heading into their resort season, so you're going to see a lot less winter. There's nothing more coming in. What's there is there. But if you have those basic things, not trendy things, but basic things that you need to replenish, this is the time to go. But don't get so wound up, because you know what, spring is going to be here really quickly. As I said, resort, we're already seeing resort wear, but spring is just around the corner, and they start to really stock the stores in February for that, so stay tuned. And with that, I just want to wish you all a wonderful Hanukkah if you celebrate Hanukkah, Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, anything else you celebrate, and certainly New Year's. I hope you have a happy New Year. And if you're deciding to stay sober, here's to you for making a good decision. We'll see you next week.